Something.
It is 10:57 Belize time. It's 9:57 California time. Why does that matter? Because we're from California. And then, let me see what time, East Coast time. 12:57 East Coast time. You guys, say hello to hello people.
Hello, people. Joe here.
Oh my God. Joe has to tell you guys a story, but wait till some of y'all come in, okay? I'm waiting. I know it's early California time, but wake up. No de de do do. When quarrel they come, hear how Tori go.
Anybody coming yet?
Kathleen, hello. Hello from TR. Where's TR? Where's TR? Oh, you spelled it wrong? Fix it. Fix it, Kathleen. Tell me where you're from. You mean to say TN? Sandra, Sandra, I miss you. Sandra, I miss you. It's been too long. And it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. Jesus. Hello, Rob. From Trinidad. Oh, she's from Trinidad. Hey, Kathleen, my darling. Oh, my God, Sandra. It's been a really, really good trip. But you know I don't stay away from my home this long. So I had a meltdown. When was it? Friday? Friday of last week? No. I know when it was. It was the day after the Keys.
Oh, okay.
We went to the Key Monday. It was Tuesday. I had a meltdown Tuesday because when I went to the Keys, I held my neck like this to look out on that side of the boat the whole time. And it's like an hour going, an hour coming. And then I didn't like look that way. And I stretched. I know in the camera this looks like my right neck, but my left neck. Hi, Simply Smarter. How are you?
Got two necks?
And my left neck, my right neck. I got two necks. And I got my dizzy spells that I suffer with my ears, and I have these neck issues. That's why I have to travel with a special pillow that weighs 4 friggin' pounds because it's made with buckwheat hulls. And I had it from early in the morning, well, from 4:45 in the morning when I woke up to use the bathroom until 1 o'clock, then it wore off. If I were at home, I would just like lay in the bed and drink water, and use the bathroom, and then it would be gone. But because I was here, we had to like go out and do stuff. So I suffered, I cried that day. I'm looking younger, girl. I feel old and ugly. This place will suck the life out of you. It's too bloody hot. My God, today, if my sister didn't put us in this air conditioning room, I would have been gone back home. Right, Joe?
Yeah, no.
Because when you're all day, well, the car, thank God the car they rent have air conditioning. None of the stores then got air conditioning, like the hardware type stores.
They do.
Builders don't got no AC in there.
Oh, that's a fan they just use.
The lonesome fan. Some of the stores, like the Walmart type stores, it's not called Walmart though. It's called A&R or something. Those stores have an air conditioning. The first 15 days, I didn't have any Wi-Fi here at the house. It's only when we went out to establishments, then I would ask them for their Wi-Fi password. Some of the servers seemed annoyed when you asked them for the password. And it's like, well, I asked you if you had free Wi-Fi. If you didn't have free Wi-Fi, you could have just said, no, I don't. You don't gotta be rude, right? Yeah, I am tanned. Man, this is 8. Hi. So, but we met 1 or 2 rude servers, but the rest of them, 99% of them were really, really, really amazing. So, and you could never tell what kind of day those people were having. You know what I mean? Maybe they had too. I'm gonna be here a little while longer, Rob. A little while longer. We came with my sister. My sister was really, really generous to invite us on this trip. She doesn't want me to say, I'm gonna get in trouble for this live because she don't want me to say. She said, you don't have to tell nobody. I'm like, her boys didn't want to come on this trip, and she said, her husband said, it was Derek. Her husband said, let's take Babsy and Joe. I'm like, no. And she says, what? He's inviting you and you don't want to go? And I said, it's hot. She says, but the room has AC. And I go, maybe. And then I went to Joe, and Joe said, no. And I said, why you don't want to go? He always want to go somewhere, right? He's Hello People Joe here. He's a travel vlogger. Why wouldn't you want to go? And he goes, I don't want to go there broke. And so I said, you know, my sister not going to invite us and not pay for everything. It's all inclusive, you know? And then before she even said it, I knew that's what it was. And he goes, but I still want to buy my own ice cream. I still want to buy my own Dutch cheese. Who asked about Dutch cheese? I said, hi, Shar. Due to the high inflation of tariffs. Yes, she says, can I put you on my Christmas list this year since there will be a shortage on gifts due to the high inflation on tariffs. I don't know if that means you're going to give me a gift or I have to give you a gift, but girl, if you're going to give me a gift, yes. If I have to give you a gift, no. Unless I make it big on the AI scene, because you know I'm selling stuff to the AI. So NPC, what's going on? NPC say, what's up, wifey? And Sandra, what in your face when I read? I'm sorry, guys. I'm holding the phone and it's not wide enough for me. And Joe, because Joe's shoulder's too broad, you know?
Yeah.
Tracy, use the camera stand. Think, Shar, I feel pretty today, but the rest of the time I feel like crap. Why? My hair don't behave over here. I've never ever had to put no gel in my hair ever in my life. I had to steal Tracy gel, and this is all I do. Buns it up when it wet and go. And then I put on my hats when it looked bad. You know? And for the people who are close to me, when I come back, we're going to do a private live. It's friggin' humid, Isabel. And it's not like we didn't notice, you know, we born and raised here. You know what I noticed?
Yeah.
I look like your aunt. Who's your aunt? Who's your aunt, Poet? Maybe I know her. What was I saying now? Yeah, we born and raised here, so we know of the humidity. But because of global warming, right? Because people say global warming ain't real. It is. Because of global warming, Belize is hotter now than in my childhood.
Yeah, now we got to use air condition first than we used to.
Once upon a time, you don't even need a fan in Belize certain parts of the year, certain time of the year. Mm-hmm. Now you need AC. Everybody need AC. You got some Marie shop? See, Isabel, I don't buy those things down here because we get them in California at this place called Louis, L-U-I-S, Louis Meat Market. I didn't buy, my sister buy Ricardo, me not buy no Ricardo. All me buy that some salad dressing because it's cheaper. And I bought a Dutch cheese and some Happy Cow cheese. And, you know, I'll bring those when I go back. I'll take those when I go back. I'm in Belize, Shar. I've been here for 21 days, and it's going to be a little while longer. You guys just bear chorus with me, okay? When I get back, you'll know, because I probably won't do a live when I get back, but I will start pumping out videos. My sister has been pumping out videos while she's here because she does more like shorts and reels and she can edit on her phone. Her videos have been really, really funny and fun. You guys go watch her page. It's called My Life on the Hill. I'm going to be tagging her in all my videos. I'm going to tag Joe in all his videos. And then Joe will tag her and me in all his videos. I have to edit Joe's videos too, so just bear with me. If you see one video come out and the next one's slow to come out, please, please, please just hang tight. The videos are gonna pour out. I'm gonna try to make them fun. We did a lot of sit down on the bed right here and talk type behind the, hey, stop make that nice. Stop make that nice. Behind the scene. Joe, did you hear that, man? We did a lot of that I don't know that I can use because when I go back home, if the guys working on the house was too loud and noisy with the banging, I can't use those segments. I might have to do new narrations at the house, but I've slated everything, the date and the time and whatever, what we were doing, so it could make it easier for me to edit. But you guys bear with me, okay? I know I come up with that one day. I'm just gonna take my credit right here. Hi, Judy. Okay. You just sub. Thank you, Isabel, for subbing, my darling. You know, the guys working on the house. I just told them, I said, follow my YouTube so we can stay in touch because they're really, really nice young men, right? And they looked and they go, you have a play button? They looked at me like, damn, we didn't know we was with a big YouTuber in this house the whole time. Oh, I want Joe to tell you guys a story. I'm going to turn it to Joe, okay? Let me turn the camera around because my hand hurt anyways.
Huh? Oh, what you have.
Yeah, tell them, don't look at me though, look at the lens. Because it's probably the lens there. Hold on. The lens there right there.
I went to the hardware store with my sister and her husband.
No, look at me. Look at the lens.
We were getting out the car and I see the SUV backing up to come out, so I see a car started look at me, steering me. I said, I don't know that lady. And you just keep on looking and you look and say, I know you. You're Mr. Joe from the Bear Pantry Show. I said, yes. And that girl stopped that car and jumped out and started hugging me and said, can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture?
Then what else did she say though? The part that I loved
And,
in the pandemic.
we helped her through the pandemic.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was an experience.
So I've had so many amazing encounters here in Belize. Nobody treat me like crap. I could tell you, once they recognize that I'm from the Bear Pantry Show, they treat me, I wouldn't even say like a celebrity, right? Only one or two you feel a celebrity thing. It was more like family. They run in their house, bring out gifts, mango, all types of stuff they come to bless you with. They didn't come to curse, they came to bless. Some of them made me cry because some of them said, hi Trinity, some of them was like, you saved our lives. You taught us how to cook. There was a man, oh my God, I have to tell you this story. There was a man that hit me up through Facebook and he said that he used to live in this town, Belmopan, and he worked in like the department that give out the permits to build homes and stuff like that. He's retired now and he lives in another city. And I said, I'm gonna ask, I didn't wanna ask my sister for anything because my sister is overwhelmed with the building of this house, right? So she already took me to meet Diane. Hey Diane, if you see this, she already took me to see Diane a second time. Diane bought every one of my books. She has the whole collection. I think it's open. It's open. Yeah? I'm doing a live. Oh, him doing it? Oh, okay, I don't know. I mean, that don't happen. We're live right now. All right. Huh? We need more. I nearly said too much. I'm not done. Oh. We're not done. Yeah, so so I didn't, okay, so my sister already took me to see our uncle 4 times. We saw our dad a couple of times. I think her dad wants to come tell us goodbye at the airport. So it was a lot, right? They took us to see Joe's family. So I'm not finna ask my sister to take me to meet some man that just started to talk to me through Facebook, but he seemed so nice. And he was on the way to Joe's family, but then that day he went into Belize City, so we missed him. And I just kept in touch with him on the slide. I'm like, it's so hectic for her that I really want to meet you, but I don't know that this is gonna happen. Me and Joe went downstairs a little while ago and we see a man out there like this. They look at the house because the sun is in his eyes. I'm like, who that? Nobody comes to this house, right? Except the workers. And so I went out and I recognized his face right away because he has his picture on Facebook. And I'm like, James? Oh my God, how you find this house? He found the house off of my last live. Oh, 1111. Joe 1111. I have to show Tracy. He found the house off of the last live that I did. I said, my sister going to tell me, take that damn live down. See me? I'm in one little location. On them see the bed head. They're going to come put the diamonds in the bed head soon. I just threw that thing over it to make dust not fly on it and stuff when they work, you know? Yeah, I'm going back to California, Judy. I just did that last video for clickbait, child. You know I need some clickbait to get some views over here. These people don't care. They don't care if your videos have views. They just care that you're the Bear Pantry. You've been a staple in their lives for 14 years. Like the next door neighbor, she said the husband hasn't even met me. And she says the husband will shave and get a haircut. And I said, what the hell? Just go say hello, I'm nobody. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, there's a lot of other things my sister wanted to do with us that I really feel like it wasn't necessary. Right, Joe? It wasn't necessary to go to the lagoon. That's already another boat ride that probably would have left me with this spell. It wasn't necessary for us to go to the river rafting reggae thing. Anything that I have to float on the river was not necessary. Sandra said, I'm her celebrity. You my sis girl. Heidi. Heidi. Judy, thank you, Judy. Thank you for saying that because sometimes I feel like I don't reach nobody. And when then people come like that girl that jumped out the car and I told my sister, the one day we didn't go to Builders and we missed this whole thing. And she goes, Joe needed that moment. That was Joe's moment to be recognized. I'm in the water company with my sister. She's setting up her bail and stuff, right? And this lady walked in and she said, I had on my hat and my glasses. I have to wear my hat over here because I burned my damn scalp at the beach strip. It burned. And also my hair is raggedy, right? I come with one scrunchie that I stole from Jada. My sister stole it from me the first day and she didn't have the nerve to come give me back my scrunchie. Now 3 weeks later, we still have more time to go. And she said, want back your scrunchie? I said, no. No. So I just wet my hair and tie it in a knot. It's long enough that I can do that, right? So I had on my hat, my glasses. The lady walked in and she said, good afternoon, because that's what they still do here a lot. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. And good night doesn't mean goodbye for them here. Good night means good night, just like good morning. And so the lady said, good afternoon. And I said, good afternoon. The lady said, bear pantry? You know, that blessed my heart when they recognized my voice because I pride myself on my voice because I did radio broadcasting. I did radio broadcasting for my degree and I did some television to get a certificate in television. Television wasn't my thing. I was gonna do radio. So for them to recognize my voice, so the lady across the street where her daughter went berserk like that lady in the parking lot at Builders, she said, your voice is very recognizable and that really blessed me. Oh, Judy. Judy, you know I had to scrub everything off of the next channel. Girl. But after I come back. Oh, hello, Ray. How are you? Yeah, so I have to put on a tank top with this thing today because me putting the bra here, because I'm gonna buy all new bras. Me pulling the strap here, it's starting to hurt my shoulders. Oh, my sister Carrie go walk every day 3 miles. She got weak on the heavy manners, Belize people would say. You know what I noticed? That the day I landed in Belize, the day I stopped talk English and American, I talk lone Creole down here. We don't even say toilet, we say sewerage. But he not talk no Creole.
No, you talk
he think he poop no stink.
No, you talk the crap. I do. And I start to go back and forth.
No, me not talk no American, me talk no Creole down here. And when they ask me what's my name Babsy. My name Babsy. Don't hear on Babsy over there on Barbara.
Well, I tell her I named Joe.
Well, Joe, that's your name, right? Yeah. So, lone Creole. I don't say no trash can, we say dirt pan.
Stop telling her. You say no dirt pan, you say trash can.
I say Lord Creole. I say Lord Creole. No, the food has been a challenge, and I'm not going to lie. You guys know I'm not going to lie. The food has been a challenge for me because, A, I don't want Belizean food because we cook that every day at the house. Every day, only now and again we cook Americanized or some other culture type of food, right? So I'm like, I don't want no rice and beans and stew chicken. I don't want no stew beans and white rice. I could understand if you don't cook that when you're in the States and you come here, oh yes, that's going to be lovely, right? We've had rice and beans 2 times and both times it's been very good. Where at one a day, I forgot. Oh, it's a new place Derek found. That rice and beans was banging. It was like Joe cooked it. I'm going to ask them the name so we could promote them. A lot of businesses I went to, I'm going to promote when I get back. There was one place that I bought a burger from, and I'm not going to name the place because I got something else from them the day before. I'm not going to tell you what I got from them because I don't want to give them a bad name because the stuff I got the day before was excellent, superb, above, not just above average, but above excellent. I loved it. But the burger, it wasn't rare, it was raw. They just kind of cooked it too high, so the 2 sides burn and the inside, and after that I get afraid for burgers. I'm like, no, I'm good, no burger. You know what I ate a lot of over here? Nachos. nachos, nachos, nachos. Because for some reason, the cheese, if it's not from Spanish Lookout, if it's from this side of town, it doesn't do me bad. Nor the ice cream. Oh crap, we got ice cream.
That done, dirty.
So what's up ice cream they in there?
I ain't gonna eat
Might
that.
have to give the workers
How much?
about half of the tub. Maybe less than half of the tub. That's enough. They would enjoy that. Tell Tracy to give one button. Trinity said, hit the right button and she Thomasina, where's my sweet Thomasina? She missed me. Hi Karen, my darling. We're trying to like move things out because people they give away more things. People they give away more things that people make ice cream and give away. We buy fruit and give people, then go take the fruit and make ice cream and give it because they know I like ice cream. What have I eaten a lot of here? Ice cream. Ice cream and nachos, ice cream and nachos, ice cream and nachos, ice cream and nachos. That's what I ate a lot of here. My sister, she has like a specific diet because you know she suffers with the anxiety and depression due to that thing with the Cipro that she took years ago. That thing really damaged her. And so she can't eat salt and pepper and spice and this. Oh, it's been a chore for her too. Me, I sucked it up. Oh, you know what I noticed? I brought Johnny cake with me and I had one left and it hasn't gone bad. But whenever people give you Johnny cake here, in 2-3 days it's gone bad. I don't know why. My powder bun, still good. From Monkey River, okay. We went to Spanish Lookout a couple of times. I love it back there. Back there, beautiful, right, Joe? Spanish Lookout with the Mennonites. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Cayo is okay. Cayo, please don't come for me. Cayo, don't come for me. Cayo is aight. Cayo is aight. I don't like the hills. Going up and down the hills, I don't like that too much. Belmopan, I really love Belmopan. I'm surprised. Everybody say it's boring, but it's been lovely.
It's not quiet.
This is just my off the shoulder top that I make all the time, and I have on a tank top. I have on a tank top so I could wear the bra strap up on the top. That's it. We're going out every minute we leave and go eat somewhere. I'm like, mothers. So we went to go eat at this place around the bend from my sister. I'm not gonna say the name right now till after I get back to America next week. And the little girl that served there is so beautiful, but she had like an accent. We couldn't get the accent. I think the place is owned by Argentinians, but they're like blonde hair, white looking Argentinians. And we asked the little girl, well, you not from Belize? And she's like, yeah, I was born here, but I traveled abroad and I was raised abroad. And I saw abroad where is Bramalina? She said abroad in Spain. I said, Bramalina, I found one of your peeps. And so she was so beautiful. So yeah, I'm walking away from here with a lot of life lessons. One of the life lessons is, I've always been able that my mom took us to America, my mom and dad, because my mom was the one that wanted to go to America. My dad just followed. I'm grateful that they took us to America. I'm grateful that I became an American citizen. I'm grateful for my American citizenship. I'm grateful for also being a Belizean. But I definitely know that I wouldn't want to live here, not because the country is not beautiful, but because even though the money is 2 for 1, the American dollar, things are expensive. Like when you go eat out, the plate of nachos is like $22, right? Depending on the meat, because you could get shrimp on it, and that's $32. But if you divide that 22 by 2, that's $11 for a plate of nacho, which is not bad American dollars. But if you live here in Belize and you're getting paid in Belize money, I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people do it. It would be a difficult chore. If I lived here, I would go work for the TV station from the man that interviewed me. There's an interview that's coming out that's going to be an hour long. I'm going to tell you guys when, I'm going to text the lady to find out what's going on with that, because the videographer told me that they were still editing it. I think it's going to be beautiful when it's done. We did not rehearse. It's the first time I met the gentleman that owned the whole TV station through a friend of mine that lives back home. And they took such great care of me. They asked in-depth, real questions that really opened my eyes to certain things about myself. Like, I started off in school getting a radio broadcasting degree. Then I got married young and became a housewife. But the whole time I'm training my kids how to talk. All my kids can talk, if you notice that, right? And then I took those TV courses when I got the radio degree, and I got a certificate in TV. And then I started to, what else did I do? I ran a bottle printing business with Joe, right? And then I wrote books. I didn't just start doing YouTube. I wrote books. I wrote the first book. I wrote 2 books first. And then I circled back around and started to put videos on YouTube. And so that was always my destiny. And they paid cheap, cost of living, and the food expensive. The food expense to wash the laundry, to wash this quilt and the sheet set was $34 effing dollars. Yes, it's Belize money, but divide that by 2. That's $17. I tell my sister, look, buy a new set. I wouldn't wash ever. I would just keep buying new thing. Most people have a washer in the house, but it's a weird kind of washer where you wash first and then you remove it from the wash. I think it spins out the water. You remove it, you rinse it off in a pail or a bucket or a tub, and then you wring it. Who the hell want to wring any clothes? That stuff hurt my arm up in here like I don't know what. Wring it out, put it in the other side of the washer for it to spin it, you know, not dry like it's dry, but to spin out the water. But you still have to rinse that. Who the hell rinse that big sheet? And then hang it on a line. I don't like clothes that's hung on a line. Can I just say? I don't like my clothes to be stiff. I don't want my clothes to be smelling of the sun. I don't want my clothes to have dust on it from the outside. I just don't want my clothes on a line. I prefer my clothes to go in the dryer, come out, iron, put away. Oh, I brought a little iron with me, and that has saved our lives too. Where the iron there? I think Tracy has it. Wait a minute, what can we do? So if I were living here, what's up there? I would definitely get a job at the TV station because I know that man would hire me. I know he would. That man was so respectful and decent and everything good. And Joe said he would open a laundromat, like a real old school laundromat. I don't know how we would operate it with the coins. Maybe somebody would have to be in there collecting the damn money and set a timer. I don't know how we would do it because I don't know if all the coins in every country would work on a coin-based laundromat, but I'm sure somebody could build a system where it could be coin-based. Because when you carry the laundry, the people wash it for you, they iron it, they dry it, they this, and all those things are a la carte. They add those things on. That's what I would do. Robert, I don't know what you would do, but I know that's what I would do. Open a laundromat. I could definitely, can I just say I could definitely open a restaurant? And not even a fancy restaurant, like open a kitchen window and sell out of the kitchen window. You would get permits too, because you have to get permits to do that. And I could definitely get rich doing that because nobody cook here. That's why they watch the Bear Pantry Show. The older folks didn't teach the younger folks how to cook, apparently. Because you know my mom didn't want to give me her recipes. You know what I mean? So I could definitely tear up. I could tear up and just make bread pudding. Some people just specialize in one thing. All I make is fudge. And you know, Caribbean people, fudge is not chocolate. It's condensed milk with sugar and peanuts and stuff like that, right? So it's candy, more of a candy. Some people just make fudge. Some people just make tableta, the coconut one. Some people make just cotta brute. Some people just make panades. I would just make bread pudding. Bread pudding, bread pudding, bread pudding, bread pudding. That's what I did for the show. I'm gonna tell you in the video about the bread pudding story, how the bread pudding almost didn't come out. There's a lot of need here for, like if you're into construction work, because there's a lot of new construction. It don't pay well. $55 a day for a helper, $80 a day for a mason worker. You know what? Oh, you know what? Making money over here for the young kids, the kids that are just finishing high school and are working and they're in college. Child call center. Call centers. Not even the kind of call center where you have to call and solicit people to buy something. It's the kind where they have to call you to set up an appointment because jacuzzi tub is going to come install your jacuzzi tub. So you have to call the call center to say, hey, you know, I purchased the jacuzzi tub package at Costco last week, and I was supposed to call this number to set up the appointment. You know, what date do you have available? And that kind of call center pay $14 an hour. And they get all the American holidays. A lot of people got call center over here. You just need a couple of computers, you and your wife, and you just start running your call center. You don't even need employees. And think about it, American companies love it because that equates to $7 an hour. American money. I would definitely run a call center, child. Me and Joe looking around like, what can we do here? What can we do here? But I'll be honest, as beautiful as Belize is, and as much as I've seen my family, I would never ever abandon California. Never abandon California. If you over there thinking, me can't stand with the going in politics in America right now, and I'm about to bounce and go live in Belize, child, don't. Don't. Because come if you have money. If you have money and you're gonna have states money, you know, like if you're getting your social security and you're getting 15, let's do 15 because I could times easier in my head with 15, right? $1,500 a month for your social security, and it now becomes $3,000. You can live like a king or a queen if you own your own home. So if you're gonna live here off of that money, I would buy a piece of land first and build a little house on the land, and then move into the house where you don't have no mortgage, no rent, and then the whole money become your income. All you have to do is pay your light bill and your water bill, and they don't have no gas bill here because they use what? Propane? The propane? When they use their butane? Same thing? A gas tank. They use a gas tank to, you know, for the stove that uses gas. And for the water heater, you can do straight electric water heater. If you put in a water heater, my sister put in a water heater. Thank you, Jesus. Because that effing water cold. Vibe with Ashkurg. Girl, don't even speak that over here. Don't even speak those negativity over here. I love California. I love my America. And I've been a citizen for like, shit, over 20 years. And I've never, ever, ever been detained, arrested, investigated. Nothing. He can't take away nobody's citizenship though. Whatever law, even if he's able to pass a law, it's going to be going forward. Going forward, nobody can come here 9 months pregnant and drop their baby and leave. That's what he's trying to do. Veronica say, truth is, it's not easy in Belize. Even when you have all that, it gets complicated. I thank you for saying that because Tahara's in the chat. Tahara was asking me, is it worthwhile living there? Like, girl, no. I don't know what my dad doing down here. Honestly, I don't. You know, he was supposed to retire here with my mom. And I have to watch because his people are watching from the bushes. Ooh, that's a whole other story for the private community. That know you know who they watch you. Child. And it does get complicated. Everything is expensive. I went and I saw a little bottle of Thai, no bigger than this. Maybe a little bigger than this. 12 ounces maybe? $59. And don't come tell me divided by 2. Don't come and tell me $59 divided by 2. I'm not buying that. I would probably have to get into the soap industry. I was like, what the hell? No, certain things are the 2 for 1. Like I saw a sewing machine, like what's the good name sewing machine, Joe? Not Singer, the other one. Brother sewing machine. $300 Belize dollars divided by 2. That's $150 American. That's about what I pay. That's about what I pay for a sewing machine off of Amazon. So that I was shocked. I'm like, okay, that one's fair. That's fair. You know? Put it in the shower, Joe. Tracy wants that bucket to stay in the shower. Thank you, baby. It's crazy. Another thing that I discovered is that you don't know when certain people are talking to you. You don't know if there's an ulterior motive. And I don't know if it's because I'm naturally a suspicious person, but it's like, okay, that person said this question, but What did they mean by that? I would ask my sister, what did they mean? Okay. They use some weird words. You know? I gotta monitor what I say. Because I've since discovered that a lot of people are watching that are hiding in the bushes. We always suspect people were hiding in the bushes, but now I know who's hiding in the bushes. Because they couldn't help themselves when they go tell. You know them hoes tell. Them hoes tell. Yeah, we left Belize when I was 15. My sister was 8. And I've always been happy with where God planted me. You know, when Renee asked, would you ever move back home? I'm like, no, because I love California. My kids are there and they love their home. And he said, he's saying, no, move back. I'm like, Renee, I didn't say it like that. But I hate the heat. Now, what I've noticed here that got me a little bit depressed each day is how quickly the sun sets. The sun set by 5:40. I'm like, oh, there's no more sun. And it's not like it comes up any earlier, right, Joe? It come up by like 5 something in the morning. But the minute the sun up, I open up the curtain. I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. There's sun. There's sun. I don't like when the sun sets too early. When I look on the Ring doorbell when Joshua goes and waters the lawn, and I see it's 7:50, almost 8 o'clock, and it's bright sunlight, I'm like, oh, I miss the sun. I miss the daylight. I miss the daylight. You know me, I don't think some people like when I talk the good, the bad, and the ugly, but I'm not going to be me if you stop me from saying the negatives with the positives. You know, even about the entire trip. When I make my videos, I'm going to tell you what was the negative parts, what was the positive parts of the trip. And I feel like I'm giving you a service and I'm being true to myself. I don't like people when there's like a wedding or a christening or a graduation or a trip and all they tell you, oh, it was fantastic. It was lovely. I'm like, bitch, you know you lying. You know there were some dips in that thing. Everything, even if I were here for 7 days, it was gonna be dips. We're here for a long time. You know, I don't want to tell you guys when we'll be traveling next week, but we're here for a while. You know what I mean? See, Sandra? See? And so I've told you, I broke down and cried Wednesday, right? We went to the Key Monday, Tuesday. Broke down and cried Tuesday because I was sick. Then the walking that I was doing with my sister, I got a brand new pair of Skechers shoes to travel in. My sister bought it for me. And we walked every day in it. And 3 days ago, I gonna walk and the thing start to blister my, above your heel. So I had to wear cha-cha-cha for the rest of the trip, which I don't like to go in public with huarachas, cha-cha-cha, slippers, what do you call it, thongs. It has a lot of different names. In Belize, it called cha-cha-cha. I don't like to walk publicly in those. But I had to walk in that for 3 days. I felt naked. So now the back of my heel is healed, and I could wear a different tennis shoes. I don't know what happened. Joe said the back part of the tennis shoe, it got like eat down, right? The inside part, like it got shrunken.
The sponge is strong.
The sponge one?
Yeah, the sponge behind it, but a little piece of sponge.
That's what makes it slip on, right? Oh my God, Karen, don't even say that word too hard. Next thing you know, before I pack my crap and leave, there's one coming this way, hurricane. Don't say it too hard. That's the one thing when my mom moved us to California, I know we have earthquake there, but I rather the earthquake over the hurricane because earthquake, we have those big ones far and few between. Praise God. Please God, don't send none. But hurricane is every year. From June 1st to November 30th, it's hurricane season. We right in the thick of hurricane season. You guys, if you want to send me cash apps, send me some cash apps so at the end of the month when I go back home, I could go to the beach. I won't have a lot of time to go to the beach when I go back. Because why? It's going to be August already. And the beach started to wind down pretty early for us over here. I went through one hurricane. I'm not trying to be negative. I accept things for what they are. I've been away from Belize for 30 years and I'm planning on retiring next year and going back home. You are? Girl, you are brave. You are brave. This place make you look old right away because of the friggin' heat. Vegetables, I haven't had one piece of vegetable from the day I arrived. I don't see vegetables here worth nothing. I didn't see tomato. How come I don't see none? They give you the bitter end of the lettuce, the romaine lettuce, and then they put one slice of tomato on it, and everything is hot. Everything is served hot. The salad is hot. I mean, they don't heat it up, but it's friggin' hot by the time the food arrives. When you go to the restaurant, you ask for a water, it's not a glass of cold water with ice. It's a bottled water, good crystal water, the brand, but it's not really cold. I miss cold water. I miss ice. I miss my fresco. I haven't seen fresco here. All I've been eating is ice cream. I've been surviving on cheesecake ice cream and sauce-up ice cream. Yeah, and there's been very little that's negative, but I have to share some of the okay. I'm gonna get called out for this right here. Somebody gonna hate me in the live. They're gonna bash me. I am tired of beans. Don't offer me another plate of beans, please, dear God, sweet baby Jesus. Don't offer me beans. I can't eat the beans because I have intestinal issues. So I haven't eaten beans since New Year's. Rice and beans, right? And everywhere you go for breakfast, beans and tortilla, fried beans, right? Fried beans and fried jack. The Derek auntie makes the best tortillas, and her fried jacks are pretty good too. Fried beans and Johnny cake. Fried beans on top of fried beans. You want a burrito? Okay, what's in the burrito? In America, we'd get one of the Mexican burritos. We'd get the Mexican rice, guacamole, sour cream, pico de gallo. The meat, cheese. Oh God, I miss burrito, right? The burrito is refried beans, cheese, and your choice of protein. I go, that's not burrito. I'm gonna pass. This is Belmopan. This is Belmopan. I've eaten at Spanish Lookout, I've eaten at Cayo, I've eaten at Belmopan, and I've eaten at the city. And none of the vegetable salad is worth anything. One of the salad. Yeah, I love all type of beans, Judy. I really do. But I told my sister, I said, I don't recall growing up here in Belize where beans was the staple for breakfast. It was egg with toast bread. It was peanut butter with toast bread, maybe jelly with toast bread, but never peanut butter and jelly together. Oatmeal, cornflakes, specifically cornflakes, right? That was your breakfast. I said, when did Belize start to serve all these fried beans? Right? So my friend Mark, Joe, could you stop doing that? My friend Mark, I talked to him last night, and he said that happened with the influx of Central American people from other countries. They brought that tradition with them, and I said, I'm tired of them beans. Not that the beans taste bad now, I just can't eat it. It's real, huh? It's real. I didn't have that when I was growing up here. Refried beans, we ate refried beans, but we mostly ate stewed beans, and if you have leftover, then you're refried. And mostly that was like lunchtime, which is dinner, right? Dinner time. Joseph! Joe, can you not hold off on that, babe? Or go outside with that? So, for breakfast, Derek found a place where the lady will make it specifically for us, especially for my sister's needs. She gets some vegetables. I don't know what the hell them vegetables are, but the lady stir-fries some vegetable for her. And I just get egg, this ham, they have a really good ham, and pancake. And she gives 3 fluffy pancake that's made from scratch. It's not from Bisquick. And then she gives the good syrup. So that's what I've been eating for breakfast every morning. And then some mornings I'll get the flour tortilla because they make it big like the kind for burrito. They never used to make that kind of flour tortilla here in Belize either when I was little. It's always that big chunky one that I like, right? They make that flat skinny one that you make burritos out of, which I'd really like to know how to make that better. I don't think I'm really good at that. But when they make those, I will save half of my breakfast and roll a burrito, and then I'll have breakfast for the next day. So my sister don't have to spend money again. She's like, no, don't do that. I want you to eat. I'm like, no, but it's wasteful because it's a lot of food. Who the hell eat two big burrito? Not me. So a lot of time I have leftover breakfast. A lot of time. Especially if they're getting stuff done and we're not going to eat till late. Girl, I already ate. Auntie, she piled me up with food. Creole bread, Johnny cake, this, that. I went over there and made my baguettes over there. I'm like, I miss my baguettes. So, but yeah, it's been a lot of positive. I've been received well. Hi, Africano. Good to see you, my brother. Everybody that's met me has just wanted to give gifts. Diane gave me a beautiful necklace that looks like a little hat with, oh my God. That's for my birthday. I love it. I'm going to treasure it. I'm glad I came. I'm glad I came with my sister. Where it go? And like I said, for everybody that I met, I realize now that people are watching me and they appreciate what I do. Because sometimes I don't know. I mean, you might die hard, like the two Dianes and Sandra and Carla and Brenda. You know, my peeps. I know you guys appreciate me, but these people, when they meet you, they're like, you don't know how much you saved me. I didn't know how to cook. Yeah, you helped me to fend for myself. And may nothing bring you to tears. You know, at the minute they meet you and they get starstruck, the starstruck wears off right away and your family. Let me run to the back and get you some mango. Let me get you a watermelon. You eat papaya? You eat samosa? Right away they want to give you the fruits of their labor. That thing touched my heart. Everybody around me has been eating good fruits because of me. I've opened so many doors to different connections for people. Like the man that came here that recognized the house offered him, oh God, I have to go take down the live. And he's all like, I knew I would find this house because I had to meet you. He came inside and he prayed and blessed this house. Tracy asked him to bless the house. He's a friend now. He's family. Valencia, it was so heartwarming. Immigration. Is it the little places? Because we found that good place with the breakfast. We found a good place last minute the other day and we went back for breakfast, but they had all the beans breakfast. I said, what's for breakfast? Beans with fried jack, beans with tortilla, beans with Johnny cake, beans with toast. But we don't really have toast right now. I'm like, is there anything other than beans? And I'm not the only one. Tracy was done too. Tracy said, I'm sorry, but your dinner is excellent. We're going to eat dinner again later, but we're going to have to bounce on the breakfast. we walked out of the place. The girl goes, it's okay. Come back for dinner. We're ready for you. I see now why I came on this trip. It was to make some connections for my sister. It was to make some connections for myself. It was to meet these people that support me, that they don't talk in the chat at all. I'm like, you guys have to talk in the chat. You guys, that matters in YouTube. I've been invited to a lot of stuff in YouTube right now. It's like I've eaten some pretty good fettuccine alfredo, and not stuff that's made from a jar either. I can tell when it's made from a jar because I get the dizzy spells, right, from the MSG. Then boy, did it work or did it break? Did it work? Minutes to 12. Minutes to 12. Minutes to 12, yeah. I'm going to have to get off this thing and charge my phone for a little bit because I have to go out with my sister. I think we're going to Cayo again today. Really, Veronica? And you know, you'd be starstruck. Girl, the lady husband next door still can't come meet me yet because he have to go shave. What the hell? I'm cutting here. I'm like, look here, man. Look here. I don't know nobody. But I get it because I was starstruck when I met Troyce and we're friends now, right? I was starstruck when I met Ace and we're friends. I was starstruck when I met Donat. You know, we're friends. You know, so you get starstruck. Yeah, Jazz. And if I meet some of the card readers that I love to watch, like Libby in Australia and Afefe, If I ever met them, I would just melt. Like, oh my God, I met you. So I get it. You know, I get it. Yeah, I'm glad that the celebrity thing ends pretty quick though. The minute they meet you and that they're overwhelmed with that celebrity thing, right after that, the next breath is like your family. Hug, hug, let me give you a gift. My God, how long are you gonna be in town? Why didn't I know you were coming? I didn't even need to set up a meet and greet, guys, because I don't know how I would have done that. You know, I didn't need to set up a meeting because everywhere and then when I told my dad, he goes, me too. Me get recognized to come and see me on your show. You guys, let me go charge my phone. I will talk with you guys. I think we're going to be busy all weekend. Sometime next week, we'll come back with another live, okay? Keep watching the videos that are posting while I'm away because I took time to make those videos before I left. Those videos were made right when Cora died, and I'm there crying trying to make those damn videos. So y'all watch them videos for me, okay? I miss Evie. We call and we FaceTime, and I think she hears me, but I'm like, Evie, and she's like, tail going. I miss her. She doesn't know where we are, you know? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. This bloody Sandra says she was starstruck. Sandra been with me for 14 years, okay? Bye, guys. I love you all. Let me find my wire to charge my damn phone. We have all the suitcase out here because they were sanding the closet a little while ago, yesterday, and today they're painting still. So everything is here so they don't get too dusty. All right, peoples. I'll see you guys in a few days. We'll do another live, all right? Adios. Bye. Make sure to like this video so YouTube will put it in the algorithm, okay? Bye.
Yes. I mean.